Hey Bears fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the NFL world, the Chicago Bears and star running back DeAndre Swift have officially parted ways. That's right. Just months after arriving in the Windy City, Swift is packing his bags and heading into a new chapter, leaving fans stunned and analysts scrambling for answers. The deal came seemingly out of nowhere. There were no leaks, no early rumors, no cryptic social media posts, just a cold, hard report that Swift is done in Chicago. And this isn't just any player we're talking about. This is a guy who was expected to be a cornerstone of the Bears' offense, a dynamic playmaker capable of turning broken plays into highlight reels. Yet now, he's gone, and the Bears are left trying to explain how such a pivotal piece slipped through their fingers before the season even really got going. When the Bears signed DeAndre Swift earlier this year, it felt like a statement. Chicago was finally ready to surround their young quarterback, whoever it ends up being, with real weapons. Swift brought explosiveness out of the backfield, soft hands as a receiver, and experience from his time in Detroit and Philadelphia. There was a sense of optimism building, especially considering the strides the team had made in free agency and the draft. Swift was supposed to be a bridge between the Bears' recent struggles and a brighter, more competitive future. But now, the narrative has changed dramatically. Instead of imagining Swift in a breakout year wearing navy and orange, we're left asking what went wrong and, more importantly, what happens next. Sources close to the situation have described the breakup as mutual but unexpected. That in itself is strange wording for a player who had barely suited up for the franchise. One insider claims that there was a philosophical disagreement between Swift's camp and the Bears coaching staff over how he would be used. Swift, known for his ability to break into space and thrive in open field situations, reportedly grew frustrated with how he was being positioned within the offense. The Bears, meanwhile, may have seen him more as a rotational piece rather than the featured back he envisions himself as. If that's the case, then this was a relationship doomed to fail from the start, even if both sides entered it with the best intentions. The financial angle can't be ignored either. Swift wasn't brought in on a cheap rookie deal. He signed a decent contract that reflected his value as a proven NFL weapon. If the Bears began to feel that their offensive scheme no longer needed a player of his caliber and cost, then perhaps this was as much a business decision as it was a football one. But if that's the case, it raises serious questions about the front office's planning. How do you go from targeting a guy in free agency as a key piece to offloading him before he ever really takes the field? Did something change internally? In terms of scheme or leadership? Or did Swift himself force the issue behind the scenes? Let's talk about the locker room impact. Swift was a veteran presence, and by all accounts, he was respected by his teammates. Players around the league were surprised by the news, with several posting cryptic reactions on social media. Nothing too explicit, but enough to suggest that this move wasn't widely anticipated internally. For a team that's trying to build culture and momentum, losing a key personality can be more damaging than it seems on paper. Now Chicago has to manage not just the media firestorm, but also the internal morale of a squad that just lost a guy many thought would be a locker room leader. From a tactical standpoint, the Bears now have to rethink their entire backfield. Khalil Herbert and Roschon Johnson are the most likely candidates to take on larger roles, but neither has the versatility that Swift brought to the table. While they're solid runners, Swift's ability to line up in the slot or take screen passes for huge gains added a dimension the Bears now lack. This will put pressure on the offensive coordinator to get creative and on the front office to potentially dip back into the free agent market or pursue a trade. The question becomes, is this a pivot or a panic move? Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Fans understandably are furious. Social media is ablaze with reactions ranging from confusion to outright outrage. We finally get a real running back and we just let him go? One user posted on X, Others are calling for accountability, especially from the front office, demanding clarity on what led to this decision. It's not just that Swift is gone, it's the timing, the lack of transparency, and the fact that it seemed like such a perfect fit. If the team doesn't get out in front of this with a solid explanation, this will continue to fester in the minds of a passionate fan base already tired of rebuilding seasons. Now, let's consider the other side of this coin. What's next for DeAndre Swift? He becomes one of the most attractive names on the market instantly. While the details of the exit haven't been fully released, multiple teams are rumored to have already inquired about his availability. Expect teams with injury-prone backfields or unproven depth to jump at the chance. The Ravens, Cowboys, and even a possible reunion with the Eagles could all be in the mix. Swift still has plenty of juice left, and in the right system, he could flourish. He's not just trying to prove he belongs, he's trying to remind everyone that he's still elite when given the chance. It's worth remembering, too, that Swift has always been a player with something to prove. Whether it was during his time with the Lions, where injuries and coaching instability marred his early years, or in Philly, where he showed flashes of brilliance, Swift has never had the stage fully to himself. Maybe that's what he's chasing now, a system built around him, not one where he's sharing the spotlight or being asked to fit into a predetermined mold. If that's the case, then this split might actually work out better for both parties. But that doesn't make it any less jarring in the moment. At the end of the day, NFL fans know this is a business, but that doesn't make moves like this easier to swallow. DeAndre Swift leaving the Bears isn't just about roster changes. It's about momentum, expectations, and trust. Chicago looked like it was building something special. Now, with one of their biggest offseason additions walking out the door, fans are left wondering if that vision was ever real, or just another chapter in the never-ending rebuild. We'll keep watching, and we'll keep asking the tough questions. But one thing's for sure, this story is far from over. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.